Maybe I shouldn't ask you questions while you're playing games.
You can ask. The foxes are clever and resourceful, and they pay
good at
very close attention
fighting.
on not dying on bosses.
They're very good at fighting giant evil flowers.
Right.
I mean...
Look at this dumb flower. Okay. And here we go. Man, how many times do I have to beat this guy?
Well, so far, twice.
I whacked him with my tail.
Well, we can keep the counter going if you'd like.
Well, no, it doesn't seem to be... There it goes. So I have to do 20 or 30 hits.
I'm sure there's another, like, power attack or something.
I need to learn my attacks. Ah, there's something.
Yeah, that is one thing this game hasn't done a super good job with, and, like, unless we missed it, like...
There we go.
A good tutorial.
Well, they mentioned it briefly, very briefly. Said hit the right trigger to kick, I think. Yeah, the tail baps don't hurt nearly as much.
The tail baps.
Yeah.
I will whack you.
Oh, very good. Okay.
I mean, you know, like, every time I think of, like, foxes and getting whacked with, oh, you got a C and lucky.
All right. I think that means something. Now I gotta figure out how to get that L out of the cage.
I think that's the grade you got on that boss fight.
Oh, thank you.
So, average.
Yeah, I guess.
Whereas an L would be less than average in a... I don't know.
Yeah, well, grade U, I guess. Okay. Am I somewhere else?
Oh, you are. Oh, watch out, watch out. How did you do that?
Haha, I love it.
Foxes are good at digging. And you got a very dizzy bee.
Yeah.
Wait, can you just go under that?
I don't know.
Well, there's a heart.
I need a heart. I need that heart. Perfect.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of mechanics that they didn't really explain adequately, I feel.
Yeah, I don't remember knowing that I could dig.
There you go. So you can whack that thing and it will spin.
You're right.
And there's a K.
Hey, look, there's a rock person. Does he have two heads? Or is this a different rock man?
I don't know.
Oh, cool. I fell into cotton candy.
Yeah, I was about to say, you definitely fell into the cotton candy there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, you know, like, one of the things we've been focusing on while playing some of these games here is that, you know, like there's been kind of a increase in prevalence with, you know, anthro characters in games. There's actually a K on top of this building, too.
Yeah, I gotta get all this stuff. There's a ton of junk around here.
Yeah, it's kind of like a furry renaissance.
Well, I guess so. There's a lot of indie games coming out with anthro characters.
Yeah, and like, I mean, definitely now more than ever, I've seen an incredible amount of like really cute, fun, you know, like furry characters and stuff showing up in games, and it's just really rad.
Yeah, well, I think it's just because furries are growing up and getting jobs and influencing the game and media industries. A lot of people learn to draw anthro characters somewhat based on 80s and 90s cartoons and video games. So, of course, when they grow up and get jobs and become professional artists and game designers, I think they just bring that influence with them.
Right, and I mean, like, that's kind of like a really cool part about all this. I mean, like so, I mean, this game was obviously produced by Microsoft Game Studios, so like you know, like a larger entity, but I mean, it's just like kind of like just a very fun, engaging world.
It certainly is, yeah. And I mean, we can't ignore that cartoon characters are more appealing for kids shows and kids games, but a lot of the artists in the 90s were furries. They worked on cartoons like Tiny Toons and stuff like that. And, you know, it's just generational, just spreading out a bit more.
Really? Tiny Toons? That's the one out of all the...
Yeah, actually, that one had quite a bit of furry influence. It was surprising. But then it moved on to, you know, Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain and all those classic Warner Brothers cartoons.
I loved Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, that's a classic. You can't not see Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's Orson Welles, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Orson Welles is hilarious.
Yeah.
You can't ever pass up a parody of him.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you haven't seen it, look it up. But, like, there's this fantastic videos of, so, Brain is based off of Orson Welles.
Right. His character is essentially the Orson Welles of the voice actors.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's the Orson Welles later in life. So, you know, like, Orson Welles makes Citizen Kane, does all this wonderful stuff in film. Then he kind of washes up, and he becomes a bit of a fat alcoholic.
A fat, washed-up alcoholic doing commercials.
Yeah, and, like, if you haven't seen him, there's some really, really, really funny commercials. Like, so you do voiceovers for commercials because he had this wonderful...
But he was a film genius.
Yeah.
And Brain is also a genius in his own right, but also tends to fail at life and not be able to accomplish his things because of his ego. And generally, the conspiracy theory is Pinky's actually the smarter mouse.
Is that the conspiracy theory?
Yeah, the conspiracy is Pinky is actually the genetically modified genius of the two, and Brain doesn't realize it. He's just too self-absorbed to notice Pinky's brilliance.
Hold on 1 second so I can finish my other thought.
Oh, sorry.
So the, if you haven't seen him, look it up, but, like, Orson Welles and, like, I believe the video is, peas? Snow peas or something like that. And then there's also another one called Paul Masson. What was it? It was like a champagne or a brandy or something.
Shit.
It was a champagne, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, totally hilarious. Like, the most amazing thing ever. Yeah. Sorry, and now continuing back on...
Now I just died.
On how...
I just died and now I have 2 lives left.
Well, this playthrough is going well. Fox can't play as a fox.
I'm not actually a video game expert in any way.
Well, neither am I. But
I play games, though. I think they're fun. But no, it's not my life. Yeah. I'm not great at them either.
Well, at least you're amusing at them.
Yeah. Actually, as a kid, I spent most of my time trying to find glitches in games and then trying to mod them. That was more fun for me, just seeing how much I could screw up video games.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
He still does that.
I guess I don't need that letter C. Where should I take this dude?
Oh, well, you gotta take it back to the other guy. So you remember that funny little area where you set the last one?
Is it here? Is it here?
Yeah,
okay.
And so the very first guy goes there
All
too, see? That's his body.
Okay, so I need to release that initial dude.
Well, I think you just grab him.
Oh, man. I
like,
hope that rock monster's nice.
Me too. I mean, that would be kind of like a little bit of a bummer, you know, like you're this nice little fox and, like, all of a sudden you're trying to save everything. Yeah, push X and I think he goes there, yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry,
that was the easiest one. I wasn't paying attention. All right, are we done?
More often than not the case with Chip.
Yeah, my mind wanders.
Foxes wander. You need a GPS tracker for foxes if you didn't know this.
Foxes like to explore.
For those of you that have foxes at home, which I'm assuming, since this is furry, everyone has a fox at home.
Foxes
GPS
will
trackers.
find every escape possible, every way to get out and mess things up. It's fun.
Oh god, right? Yeah. Well, speaking of foxes, since that's all we've been speaking about this episode so far, because we have a ton of foxes in this game,
Oh,
and
shit.
you just died. You died!
It's really hard to get perspective on where I am in this game, and the controls are a little, I don't know, slow or floaty. It's odd.
Fun, you started the first level with 8 lives.
I know.
And now we're down to 1.
It's awful. I'm so sorry.
The level just loaded.
Yeah, that just kind of popped in there. I was gonna look and see if there were any other letters I could easily get.
Go up to the big guy first. So watch out for these
Alright,
evil
yeah.
flower daisy things.
These daisies that smash my face.
Smash daisies. Alright.
Okay.
Oh, well, there you go. There's
Well, I think this might end the level. We'll see.
Lucky Shamrock. You don't say. My god.
Wow.
Oh, so what I was going to say, since we've been talking about foxes, let's talk about foxes versus coyotes. Because obviously,
I don't
coyotes
know
are
about
the best. I mean, like the best.
Yeah, I'm not sure.